A man borrowed 40 million behind his wife's back, and he gets crashed into on his way out the door. The woman is still at home cooking him a lovey-dovey meal, but she got a call to go to the funeral parlor. The woman broke down on the spot, and the worst is yet to come. Evidence shows that all the money her husband borrowed before he died was all in his name, but the woman knew nothing about it. So her husband was cheating on her. The woman's name is Jen. She met her husband, Soy Sauce, when they were in school. She's been unemployed all these years, so her bank card, her husband had been managing it. Now that her husband is dead, the whereabouts of these loans have become a mystery. But since all the loan contracts, his signature and identity information, so even if it goes to court, it's likely that Jen will be made to pay back the money. Seeing that the creditors have blocked the door of the house, my best friend couldn't stand it anymore. She found a lawyer named Gao for him. It is said that this lawyer is very powerful, and he went to the same high school as Jen's brother. They went to the same high school. They're sort of alumni, but the first time they met, Gory took Jen to a couple's restaurant and asked for a bowl of millet porridge.
我们今天有情人节特供的情侣套餐。
不用了，请老板球迷中。
好的。
Jen was so confused. After a brief introduction of the case, they parted on bad terms, and in the phone conversation with her girlfriend, Jen also commented on lawyer Gao. Gao's lawyer,
你在哪儿找了这么个垃圾啊？
Amun died in a car accident, but left his wife with millions of dollars in debt. And all the debts were borrowed in his wife's name. This means that the wife doesn't only have to go through the pain of losing her husband, she'll also have to face an exorbitant payout. Friends said Jen had been cheated, but he couldn't accept it. Until a few days later, Jen received a Valentine's Day gift. It was a luxury watch that her husband had ordered for her before he died. He died in February. He ordered it before the Chinese New Year, so he bought her a watch last year. Irony abounds, but the clerk said Mr. Lin was very kind to you. Soon after, on Jen's birthday, she received another gift that her husband had ordered for her birthday. Another watch, and it was the same as the first one. Wow, it's green. 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 What does this mean? Jen remembered 2 days ago, when she went to her husband's company to collect his belongings. I saw one of the female executives wearing the same watch, so Jen contacted the female executive. She wanted to know about her husband's social connections, but what she got back was heartbreaking.
不过就是逢场作戏而已，这种事情在这个圈子里不算什么。我们都是成年人了，成年人之间的游戏，无非就是那些事儿呗。难道你心里没点数吗？
He's the best male lawyer in the city, but he was looking at his client's private photos, and he didn't even want to pay a penny to this female client. He didn't even want any money, because even if he did, he couldn't afford it. Jen's husband died in a car accident a few days ago. The only thing left behind for Jen is a debt of 40 million, and the money was borrowed in his name. But Jen didn't know anything about it. So in order to help Jen prove that the debt has nothing to do with her, lawyer Gao asked him to go to her husband's company to look for clues. But when Jen arrived at her husband's office, she realized that it wasn't that simple. There were obvious signs of cleaning in her husband's office, and in the process of packing up his belongings, there were also eyes all around. And look at the general manager of this company. I'm sure there's nothing simple about her husband's death. With no one to turn to, Jen could only accept the help of her old classmate, lawyer Gao. But this lawyer is also a bit strange. He was a bit too nice to Jen. When Jen was being followed, when Jen was being stalked, he was the first to arrive at the scene.
刚才好像有人跟踪我。
He was afraid he'd be alone. I'm afraid he'll be scared alone. And I'm afraid he'll have to stay with him.
你现在只有2个选择，要么就是我留下来陪你，要么就是我们2个出去找个地方住。
The whole level of help is so considerate. It's almost as if he's trying to do something bad. And it turned out just like I thought it would. The photos of the embrace on the highway, it was passed on to Jen's family. The punk who followed her at night was also one of Gao's associates. It's obvious, lawyer Gao's purpose of helping Jen is not pure. This drama is called The Unexpected. It's a new urban romantic suspense drama from a bank. The whole drama is very suspenseful. These are just the first few episodes. The biggest mystery is how the heroine's husband died, and why he left a huge debt behind. So far, it can't just be an accident. It's possible that he was in control of the company. Some secrets were killed by the company. It's also possible that he was killed by lawyer Gao, just to get close to Jen. But whoever it was, he must have died a horrible death.